A doll named Daisy. Are you an appreciator of puppet theater? From my personal view, plays carried out by puppets are really considered to be breathtaking and even enchanting. This piece of art definitely deserves attention. You are welcome to listen to a very mysterious narrative, the events of which happen mainly in the doll theater. Frank is a carpenter and the owner of a very old doll theater. In addition, he is widower but has a daughter, Daisy. The girl's mother came out of the family many years ago and left her husband and daughter. Frank missed her very much, but didn't forget to